A welcoming city enables people of all ages to participate in community activities. Our immigrant and refugee residents foster economic growth and cultural vibrancy. The Seniors Association and Kingston Literacy Skills have partnered together to offer a unique language arts program called engAGE.
You are all going to create art. Which color do you like the best? Which one makes you feel good? Okay? So what color makes you happy?
Green.
Green. Good. Growing. Hey, trees, nature. Very good. You probably need about 6 or 7 pages, okay? It can be food, it could be nature, it could be travel.
engAGE is a new program that teaches English to people who English isn't their first language. And engAGE, ENG stands for English, and age, engAGE, means that they're doing things all the time. They are learning by doing, creating either art or they're being involved in dance or music. So essentially we're focused on the arts. They're always being challenged kinetically, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So it's going to engage the whole body. It's being in a social milieu where they're meeting other people who can't speak English, but they're also always doing something.
What are we going to do with our hand? Trace. You're going to trace around your hand. So you want to make sure that there's no collage on the hand. The hand stays white. We cut around the finger, okay? And we put an image on.
A lot of English ESL programs don't focus as much on the doing or the process. They are excellent programs, but this is a little bit different, and we're trying to see whether this kind of programming, this kind of engagement will make a difference in how they learn English.
We cut around it and the thumb is still there.
We're using words all the time, create, color, trace your hand, collage. So we're using words and we keep repeating them so that they become part of their memory.
So how do you say that in Chinese?
Long.
Long. Long. So
Long.
it's in dragon in English, right?
Yeah, dragon.
I got involved in this program in a partnership with Kingston Literacy Skills because they saw that there was a gap in having a program specifically focused on senior adults.
Canadian. Yes. So what's this?
Ring.
Yeah, but what's this?
Leaf.
It's a special kind of leaf.
Yes.
Maple leaf.
Maple leaf. That's right.
Canadian
Symbol, a Canadian symbol. Ship. Yeah, good, excellent. Squirrel. That's good, squirrel. Panda. What's that in Chinese? Shumo.
I think it's important for them to explore new avenues of engagement because a lot of them maybe have not had this in their own country or in their culture. So it's really to broaden their horizons.
A fan. Fan in English. Fan. Everybody see that?
Now we're going to learn some different steps. We're going to walk on a diagonal and kick with our left. Right, left, right, kick left. Back, left, left, and touch, facing the front again. So on a diagonal, 7, 8, right, kick, back, left, touch. Then we do a vine step, side, behind, side, touch. 6, 7, 8, step, side, behind, side, and touch, side, behind, side, and touch. Right, and kick, left, and touch, right, kick, left, back. We're going to do a box step, box, like this, a box, a square box. Square box, yes. 6, 7, 8, right, left, back, right, left, right, forward, left.
Why did you join this class, the engAGE class?
engAGE class because it makes me happy.
It makes you happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And you can communicate to many people.
And you can communicate with many people.
I like this class because I have many friends. I speak in English.
How is this class different from an English class, like your ESL class?
In English class, we study grammar, exercise, we have homework. But in this class, we don't have. Very easy, very happy.
It's been great to meet these people and to see how quick they catch on, and whether they understand my gestures and my words. They just work so quick to catch on visually.
Rock forward and back, and forward and back. Everybody say that, rocking chair. Rocking chair.
They want to do it so badly. They have real strong hope to be part of Canada, part of our community, and you can tell in how hard they're trying. People who are not English as second language sometimes get easily frustrated because they think it's going to be easy, and it's not as easy as it looks. Whereas perhaps the English as second language people have experienced difficulties that we who are learning how to dance in our own language have not experienced, and so they're stronger, and they really try hard, and you can tell.
Sometimes la is hard to pronounce, so we'll use la. Good way to practice English. The harmony part comes, we do them both together. So this half from Esmeralda over la la la. Okay? La, the low one. Many people who don't speak English well are a little bit fearful or shy about trying, just getting out there and saying some words. And in singing, it's easy because everybody's singing the same words, and even if they don't understand all of the words, they learn by rote, the way we did as children when we learned Sur le pont d'Avignon. It was French and we didn't know what we were singing, but we learned it just by rote. Many of these seniors don't get to sing somewhere, and they're engaged in the arts, and I'm not sure that there's anything else out there. We get this whole group singing little songs and a Canadian folk song. We sing This Land Is Your Land, so it has some geography in it. This is about our land. Buena Vista is way over here. Do you know the name of the province? Newfoundland. Newfoundland. And Buena Vista is a little village. Do you remember what they do in that village to make a living? Fishing. What is our lake called? Ontario. Lake Ontario. Ontario. Let's sing the winter song of the clothes that we need in winter. So hat and coat. Oh.
Hat and coat.
Coat, nice. So hat and coat, boots and gloves. Winter is here. so impressed with how quickly people are picking up notes. And they're having fun. It's a good way to learn English. I'm very passionate about accent reduction so that people can be understood and they can understand when they're spoken to in English. And so that helps just with the practice of singing. One of the songs that I chose for this program, we are learning it in sign language as well as singing it. And it's because everybody gestures. Some Italians and French speak with their hands a lot, but it enhances our communication with one another. And so sign language is just an offshoot of that for people who can't speak. And so it's a common language all around the world. Everybody gestures, but there's a specific sign language that has the specific words in it. And so we learn it, and the song that it's to is Love in Any Language. So it's a global understanding that we speak different languages, we might look a little different, but we all have love, we all have families, and there's a bond between people all around the world.
How do we get our senior immigrants to integrate into society along with being exposed to the English language and tap into some of the arts programs in Kingston? So the engAGE program hopefully has merged those two needs and has provided a conduit for our senior immigrants to become a little bit more acclimatized to Canadian society, all within an arts language context. So I think the engAGE program allows them to feel a little bit more comfortable being able to try out fun activities that they wouldn't normally go to because they're all being led in a language that they're so limited in.
I start here and I draw a line to here. Now is different, okay? Different because I walk down the line. It's different. The line goes past it like this, and then tangling is a new art form, but an old one, an ancient one. So it comes from the forms or the roots of doodling, and it is, rather than just being an imaginative line of art that you have to invent for yourself, tangling introduces you to patterns that you can create in a step-by-step process that allows everybody to be able to participate. Anybody and everybody who wants to can tangle. And then short, and then long, short. And you have to have 3 long, 3 short. What's the next step? What do I do next?
From short to long.
Short to long. For immigrants that are coming to this land and they're trying to make a transition, it can be very stressful. And it's hard for them to be able to bridge a communication gap. It's hard to even begin to imagine where to start. And I think tangling says you start with what you, not necessarily what you know, you start with your willingness. And you start by the first step you take. And it shows you that as you continue to take steps and follow steps, that you can actually learn to finish something that you had no idea in the beginning was even in you. And so you now can begin to imagine that maybe some other things you would like to explore could be possible for you. When at first you came here and you thought that it might have been a very challenging and difficult thing to imagine. This is black, then it goes from short to long.
and you have to finish before you get here. This goes like this, right? This goes like that. Okay, now you can erase your pencil. Erase all the pencil lines in there.
And your teacher, Lori, she doesn't speak any Chinese. So how was the class? How did you take an art class without any Chinese?
Yes, she speaks very clearly every step, so we can follow her to do the tackling patterns step by step.
I learned to draw this one and this one and this one. I like this triangle best because it is look like a butterfly.
I think the class helped me to increase the self-confidence of my ability.
Color with pen, black, take all the white space out. This was my first experience in teaching it to ESL, but I found it helped me to focus at what was important to help them take the next step. We have a lot of language, we might talk a lot more than we need to, and the demonstrations on the board I think are very key. If you can't bridge a language gap, you can certainly illustrate what you're trying to say, which I found very helpful. And repetition, you know, going over some basic and simple words that would help to develop their vocabulary, as well as to take them through the steps and create something magical at the end of that process. So it helps me to focus on to simplify my language and the steps you need to get from start to finish.